अच्छा, फिर तो मैं अपना कैमरा बंद कर लूंगा ना. So very good evening to all of you, and I congratulate all those who are witnessing this moment. It's a historical moment and it's a gala night. Just because today we are just kicking off this thing, which is a revolution in SAT preparation. Ronak sir from prestigious NIT Surat, a wizard of math, he is going to present the session today, right? In this session, we are going to discuss the solving strategies, especially for algebra. And the best thing is that all these questions we have taken from last 22 years of repository of SAT actual questions of algebra, right, guys? And those questions which are tough question, which are high in level of difficulty, so not even a single moment to be left and to be missed, right? So without any delay, I know you all have been waiting for a long time, and you all have been waiting for this moment for a long time. I'm just going to hand over all of you to Ronak sir. Thank you.
So, a very good evening to all, my dear students. I welcome you all to this SATLAS channel and thank you for joining us live. First of all, I'm going to talk about a little bit about the SATLAS initiative that we are having here. See, definitely when you heard the name SATLAS, the Atlas word must have come to your mind, right? And if we talk about Atlas, what exactly do we mean by Atlas? So Atlas is nothing but that is composed of everything that is related to this dear earth on which we are living in, right? Whether we talk about the geographical features, whether we talk about anything, whether it is about the boundaries of the nation, everything is included in the Atlas. So in the same manner, if we talk about the SAT exam, then this SATLAS is going to cover each and everything that you need to score the perfect 1600 score, or if you want to score any kind of score. Basically, if it is about the above average, if you do a little bit extra work, you can score the perfect A score, that is 1600. So basically SATLAS is the answer for all your queries, and from today itself we're going to start this humble initiative in which we're going to provide the papers, the questions, and the solutions to them. You will have the amazing lectures, everything that you need under the sky to score perfect in the SAT exam. So without wasting much time, I'm going to start with the session. Now, if I talk about today's session, basically in today's session, we're going to do the maths, and I'm Ronak Sharma. I'm going to take in the maths subject for you, and I'm going to prepare you. I'm going to educate you to score the dream score of the math section for you. Now, if I talk about today's session, so basically today we're going to take some amazing toughest questions that have been there in the SAT exam before. Basically, they are the previous year question. Now, the only purpose to have the previous year question is that we're going to learn the approach that we should build for the actual question that are there in the examination. And also we're going to learn about all the tips and tricks that you need to solve every question, and in fact most of the question very quickly and easily. So let us start now. So here you can see that the very first section we have is the exponent properties. Now this particular topic actually falls in both of your units, the first one algebra and in the function also. Somewhere you will find this exponent properties in the first unit, that is algebra also, that is heart of algebra. And if we talk about the passport to advanced math also, in that also you will see this thing, right? Exponent properties is basically what the basic properties that we should know, or basic exponent laws that we should know, right? So along with this question, I'm going to explain you the solution. So please listen to me carefully. You can pause the video, you can, like, whenever, if you're watching the recording, if you're live with us, definitely you can put your answers in the comment box whether you have any doubt or the solution. So let us start. So the first question is for real numbers a, b, c and d. Suppose we have c power a equals to d, and we have d power b equals to c. Which of the following must be the value of c raised to power ba? So basically they are asking us c raised to power b times a, basically the product of ba. Now in these type of question, the only thing that you need to think that what they're asking and how we can utilize the given information to get to the point, to get to the thing that they're asking. So clearly you can see that here I'm having the power b times a on this c. So now if we clearly observe, we have c raised to power a, that is d. Then we have d raised to power b equals to c. Now what I want? I want c raised to power b into a. So what we can do here, if we raise power ca, basically we have c power equals to d. Now we're going to raise power, which power? We want b, right? Then only it will become c power a times b. So b, and this will be equals to d power. Just a second, d raised to power b. Now tell me, are you able to spot d power b anywhere in the given conditions? Yes, exactly the second condition, where d power b is equals to c. So can I write it equal to c? Yes. And here you can see that using the fundamental exponent law, that is a raised to power m raised to power n. Basically, we have the a power m term, and then we are having whole raised to power n. So this will become equal to a raised to power m times n. So basically, that will bring us to c power ab equals to c. So your option C will be correct. So I hope you have got the solution and you are able to see that what approach we built here to get to the solution. Now, let us let us now focus on the second question. Now, in this particular section, you will have all the questions that are based on exponent laws. So definitely, I hope you have revised the basic 7 exponent laws that we have, on the basis of which we're going to solve all the questions. Okay, now if we talk about the second question, that is, which of the following is equivalent to 3 power x times 2 power 100 minus 3 power x times 2 power 99. Now, you might have seen many channels, many videos, many materials. They talk about that, okay, these questions are tough, or let's say these questions are very tricky. But I really want you to build up that mind that from the beginning, that all the questions are approachable. That is why they are in the examination. So whatever you have studied, that is fine. The only thing that you need is the practice. So right now, just try to learn the approach that these questions are not tough, but a little bit extra effort, not in the sense of that how much you have to put in, but how much you have to think about the question that is required here. Like here, I will give you one tip. So tip one is coming from me, that is, whenever you see any question that is based on equation or any expression, the only thing that I have seen, I have observed in these past many years of the SAT exam, that they want to check that are you even focusing on the equation very well. Sir, how we can know that we are focusing very well? Basically, you need to see that what to be taken out as common. So taking out common is the most fundamental property to solve any equation. So if you're able to take out something common, do that right away, because that is something which will drastically simplify the equation, right? Like here, if I have 3 raised to power x times 2 power 100 minus 3 raised to power x times 2 power 99. Now, can you tell me what we can take common from here? We have 3 raised to power x times 2 raised to power 100. Then we have minus 3 raised to power x or 2 raised to power 99. So what we can take common from here? Yes, we can take 3 power x common, right? And then if we clearly see, we have 2 power 100 and 2 power 99. Clearly we can take the lesser power common. So this will give us 2 power 99 common. Now what do you have remaining in the bracket? So clearly the first term, 3 power x gone, 2 power 100 was there, but we have taken out 2 power 99 common. So this will become 2, right? And in the second term, we have taken everything common. So there will be only remaining 1. Now what is 2 minus 1? I guess we don't need to say the answer. That is absolutely 1. And clearly you can see that the option D is correct. So hardly like only one step was there in this question to solve this whole problem and to get the answer. So you need to understand the approach. Why I'm focusing, why I'm emphasizing on the term approach, because that is something that can make a very tough question very simple, right? So we need to have that solid approach, and from the beginning itself, we need to apply the right approach. Now, we are going to go to the next question. So let us focus on the next question. If we talk about the third question, so if x raised to power minus 2 times y power 6 equals to 125, then what is we have cube root of x square divided by y square. Again, very special type of question. Many times SAT exam has included such type of question in the math section. Now, definitely this type of question will fall into the non-calculator section, basically because it is not that question which will require calculator and also not that much aptitude, right? But still that basic approach is needed. So you need to understand that how to approach it, okay? Or basically if there is any tips and trick. The only tip that I am going to give you for such type of question, that you try to focus on the power of x and y, because that is something which is going to give you the pattern, and on the basis of which you will be able to apply the correct approach. Now let us see. So here I have x square, but we have the cube root of that, and then we are having divided by y square, right? Now tell me, if I have a raised to power 1 by n, right? So I'm going to write it as nth root of a, right? That is the reason that why we write square root of a as a power 1 by 2, or cube root of a as a raised to power 1 by 3. This is the basic property that is working behind it, right? So we can write this particular thing as x square, then we have, just a second, yes, raised to power, we have 1 by 3 divided by y square. Now clearly I can see that I'm having x raised to power 2 by 3, then we have y square. Right, now this is something I'm having here. Now let us focus on what they have given to us. So if I talk about x minus 2, that is x power minus 2 times y power 6 equals to 125. In the expression that they're asking the value of, you can see that the power of x is positive and the power of y is negative. Now, sir, why you are saying that the power of y is negative? Yes, because it is sitting in the denominator. We are going to write it as x raised to power 2 by 3, y power minus 2. So what we are going to do, I'm going to write this thing as y power 6 divided by x square, that will be equal to 125. Now I'm going to write x square by y power 6 equals to 1 by 125. Tell me, are you able to understand this particular thing or not? I have taken the reciprocal, or you can say that we have cross multiplied it. In any way you can say it, because in both the ways you're going to get the same answer. If you cross multiply, you'll get 1 by 125 equals to x square by y power 6, or even if you take the reciprocal, you're going to get the same thing. Now I know that I'm having x power 2 by 3 and y square. Clearly, I hope that you are able to understand, you are able to comprehend that this thing we can only get from this particular thing when we raise power 1 by 3 on both sides. 1 by 3. Clearly, on the left hand side, we will get x raised to power 2 by 3 divided by y power 6 by 3, that will be y square. And what will be the cube root of 125, or 125 raised to power 1 by 3? So we know that 125 can be written as 5 into 5 into 5, that is 5 cube. So that is the reason when we're going to take the cube root of that, that will give us 1 by 5. So I hope you are able to understand that x raised to power 2 by 3 by y square is nothing but, the answer is here 1 by 5. Now, in 2016 of the SAT exam, one question came, and that question actually, the student 99% of the students found that question very difficult. Trust me, because of that particular question, many students were not able to score the perfect 800. But the only reason is that I'm saying this thing, till today, even after like, okay, 5 to 6 years, that question you can find anywhere on any channel of the YouTube. Okay, and that question is not that much difficult the way they are portraying it. Okay, so let us quickly see that question. That question was nothing but on the basis of this particular question only, the question that we have just done here. So you can understand the importance of the previous questions, that when we solve them, when we are able to solve them, let's say, definitely an extra confidence comes to our mind, or at least when we see the solution and we are able to understand the solution very well, then also you can get the idea that, okay, I know the concept, might be I'm not able to apply the concept very well. So that you are learning right now. So there are only two pillars: one, learn the concept; second, applying the concept. You cannot make any one of the pillar weak, right? Both of the pillars are going to lay the strong foundation to score the perfect score, right? So let us quickly see that type of question also. So in that particular question, what they did, they gave you 3x minus 2y value equal to something, let's say 8. Now what they did, they asked you 8 power x divided by 4 power y. Now they asked you this particular value. Now students thought that, okay, if they have given us this particular equation, then we should be able to find the value of x and y, and we will put it here and we'll get the answer. Understand the basic crux. Whenever you have two variables in any equation and only one equation is given, you will not be able to find the values of x and y. Are you getting my point? So that is something that you need to understand here. So what we're going to do, if we are not able to find the value of x and y, you will utilize the given equation only, the given expression only. From here we can see that 3 power x minus 2, sorry, 3 times x minus 2 times y equals to 8. Now what I'm going to do, I can write 8 as 2 cube, and I can write 4 as 2 square. Now 2 cube is what? That will be 2 power 3x, right? And then we have 2 power 2 whole raised to power y. I've just told you that particular property. This 2 powers will get multiplied, so this will become 2 raised to power 2y. Now tell me, when we have a power m divided by a power n, that will become a power m minus n, right? So we have 2 raised to power 3x minus 2y. Now what value they have given you for 3x minus 2y? That is 8. Directly put it. So if they have given us something and its value, we can do one thing. We can find the value of x and y, but that is not the way here, because we don't have any other equation. The number, if you have n number of variables, you need n number of equations to find the value of the variables. But here we have only one equation, so we're going to use directly the value, and that's what we have done here. So answer is 2 power 8. So what is tough in this question? The only thing you need to understand, that the question will come, you will read it, and you have to build the approach, and that approach can only be built when you know all the types of question that can come in the examination. Okay, so now let us focus on the question again, and we are going to solve now the fourth question. So let me just rub this down. So now we are going to solve the fourth question. Now the fourth question is saying, suppose a equals to, we have a equals to 2 power 100 minus 2 power 99, then what is a minus 2 power 99? Now you need to understand one thing again, that I'm telling you, whenever they give you a question based on the equation, see, I'm not talking about linear equation that are related to straight line. No, there we will learn the graphical approach and the various tips and tricks that we can quickly apply in the question and get the answer. But here I'm talking about when the question is basically fully coming from the equation world, when you have to deal with the equation, you have to find some value like that, right? So in these type of question, I'm telling you, please try to have that one particular thing that should strike your mind, that is, try to take out common. Clearly I can see that we have 2 power 100 minus 2 power 99. I can take out common, that is 2 raised to power 99, right? So here I will have 2 remaining, that is 2 power 99. We have taken out common, so 2 power 1 will be remaining, and here I will have 1. So 2 power 99, and we have 2 minus 1, that is 1 only. So this particular value is giving me the a value is 2 power 99. Now tell me, if a is 2 power 99, a minus 2 power 99 will be 0. So again, a very basic question. Trust me, these are one of the toughest question, but the only reason to say toughest, like, okay, to put these questions in the toughest category, just to make student understand that these questions are also easy, but properly, and you can see the screen. Now we will be starting with the question 5 again. See, if I talk about the question 5, clearly here you can see that again a question based on the exponent laws. So we have 3 power a times 3 power b equals to 729, and we are having 3 power a divided by, we have 3 power b equals to 9, right? So basically what the basic question that is based on the basic laws of exponent. So I hope you know that we have a power m into a power n, that is equals to a power m plus n, but we also have a power n divided by a power n equals to a power m minus n, right? So here I can write 3 power a plus b, we have 729, and then we have 3 raised to power a minus b, that is nothing but equal to 9. Now see, the only thing that you need to do here is to find the value of a, right? So we need to find the value of a, but for that you can see that whenever we have something like this, we have a power something and we have, let's say, equal to b, a power m is equated to b. Now to find the value of m, we will try to represent b in terms of power of a. So let us say that it comes out to be a power n. Then we will see that m equals to n. So this is the only approach that we are having. For that, I'm going to give you only one tip. What is that? That please learn the powers of 2 and the powers of 3. Okay, learn the powers of 2. That is very simple. We have 2, 4, then we have 8, 16, 32, we have 64, then we have 128, then we have 256, then we have 512, then we have 102. Now see, definitely this is something that you might find useless, but trust me, in many of the question you will see the direct application of such powers thing. Clearly you can see that we are doing a question from the previous paper, and here you can see that the student who knew already the basic powers of 3 and 2, or let's say 5, that student would have done this question within, let's say, a minute. Okay, so this is something that you need to focus here. Now we have few doubts. Now if we talk about that, okay, we have an easy way to get to the correct powers of 3 1. See, definitely that's what I'm talking
Hi,
about here,
I'm
that
Prashanti.
only like
I
2
pay
3 5, these are
35,000
the
rupees
basic.
per
We have
month for a
3
1
prime
BHK.
learn the powers till 10 basically for 2, but for 3 you have 3 power 1 3, then you have 3 square 9, then you have 3 cube to be 27, then you have 81, then you have 243, then you have 749. This is enough. Okay, in fact, like, okay, I advise student to learn till 243 only. Okay, but yes, like in this question definitely 729 is there. So what we are going to write, we are going to write 3 raised to power 6, right? Because 1 2 3 4 5 6, and if we talk about 9, so that will be 3 square. So we have two equations, a plus b equals to 6, we have a minus b equals to 2, right? So clearly if you add these two equations, this will just cancel out. 2a equals to 8, and that means a equals to 4. So this is the answer. So is this session help me to coming? Yes, definitely. These sessions, like the upcoming sessions, are definitely going to be very very helpful. And in fact, the only purpose of bringing this session right now is definitely to prepare you for the next SAT exam, because hardly 30 days are remaining for the next SAT attempt, and I really want you to understand the crux of the previous question so that you can align your preparation with that and you can prepare your mindset for that. Okay, so now we're going to focus to the next question. So next question is something we're having, which of the following is same as. Now this is a very good question. This is a really good question. If we talk about this question, which of the following is the same as, we have a power n times b power n, but we have the whole square of that, plus we have a times b raised to power n plus 3. Now clearly you can see that we have very complicated options. Now you have two approaches here, that you can take the values of n, like let's say if you put n equal to 1, then you can check it for the options. Definitely a lengthy approach, but I have seen students, okay, following this approach because they are afraid of doing some question in the traditional way. See, some questions are meant to be done in the traditional way. Don't try to look out for tips and tricks for every question. You have got 58 questions. You cannot get tips and tricks for all 58 questions, right? And if somebody is saying you that, then I don't think that is a good thing, because few questions are really easy in the traditional sense that you don't need to waste your time to learning that trick, or simply rot or simply cram that tip, or whatever the trick you are going to say, right? Few questions are there, few concepts are there which are definitely can be done in more easy way and in more quick manner if you use some tips and trick. But few questions or few concepts are definitely meant to be done in the traditional way means the concept that have been defined there, learn them, understand them, and directly apply them to solve the questions. Okay, now clearly here if we talk about this particular question again, but one thing will always work, the methodology means, I'm telling you again and again, whenever you are having the question that is based on expression or equation, please try to take common, and please be very good in taking out the things common. Trust me, this is something that you can find in any of the question that is based on simplifying the equation, or let's say when we have this type of question where they have given you some expression and you have to choose the correct option, right? These kind of questions. Now we have a raised to power n, b raised to power n. We have square ab times n plus 3. So you are not visible in this particular background. Okay, definitely. I hope you are at least able to see the logo of the SATLAS. That is the main ultimate goal of this particular session, that you can understand the importance of the SATLAS, right? Because SATLAS is something that all you need to simply, like, okay, pass this exam, like, okay, score your dream score in simply the flying colors manner. Okay, so I hope you are able to understand the importance. So let us focus now on the question. We have a raised to power 2n, b raised to power 2n, then we have plus a raised to power n plus 3, we have b raised to power n plus 3. Now you need to understand one thing. If we talk about 2n, 2n, n plus 3, n plus 3, tell me which value is greater, 2n or n plus 3? Definitely, if we say n equal to 1, so this will be lesser, right? But if we talk about big values, let's say if we talk about n equal to 10, clearly 20. So basically, n is not a number that is okay, we're looking for, let's say 1 or 2. Just try to understand that here, if we assume that 2n is greater, if we assume that 2n is greater, then what we're going to do, we are going to take n plus 3 power common. So if I take n plus 3 common for a and b both, what will happen? The second term will become 1, right? But here what will happen? Now you need to understand the logic of taking out common. Let's say if I have 2 plus 8. So you can take out 2 common, but what actually you are doing in the bracket? So what you do, you multiply and divide with 2. And then you take this 2 inside. So this will become 2 times 1 plus 4. So are you able to understand that rather than doing this, what you do whenever you take out something common, you divide by that something, whatever you're taking out common. You divide the whole terms, all terms by that particular number. Let me explain you again. Like if I'm taking 2 common here, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take 2 common, but I'm also going to divide these two terms by 2. So 2 by 2, 1 plus 8 by 2, 4. So this is something we are doing. So we will have a power 2n, b power 2n, dividing it by a power n plus 3, we have b power n plus 3. Now we know that whenever we are having same base in the numerator denominator, the power gets what? Subtracted. Basically, we have x power m divided by x power n, we will have x power m minus n, right? So this will become, we already have ab raised to power n plus 3 outside. So this will become 2n minus n plus 3. Tell me what this will become. This will become n minus 3, right? So we will have n minus 3, b power n minus 3 plus 1. Can you tell me which option is correct here then? Clearly the B option, because ab power n plus 3 is common, and in the bracket we have ab raised to power n minus 3. This is nothing but when we are going to combine it, and then we have plus 1, right? So I hope you have understood that. Okay, even a question which looks difficult, but it is based on the basic concepts only, and you have to apply them. You have to have that particular approach, that solid approach, which can help you actually to solve the question very easily and quickly. Okay, now, so definitely we have solved 6 questions till now, and I'm going to request you to please like the video. Okay, the reason for that is because of the efforts that we are putting in to bring this quality content for you, because you can find this question anywhere in the market, and you are not going to, trust me, not going to have this quality solutions for them, because questions can be found anywhere, but the guidance, that mentorship that is needed along with the previous question that SATLAS is providing you. So please hit the like button and do subscribe the channel for the team and for your good only. Okay, so now we're going to focus on the next question. So how can we classify which topics to focus on first to complete more syllabus in less time? See, basically what you are having 3 units, right? So if you're having 3 units, the only thing that you need to do is that here we are having the heart of algebra, right? This has the highest proportion of question in the examination. Okay, so basically what the only thing that you need to understand, that in SAT don't try to segregate the syllabus, because the syllabus is easy. Okay, I can say it anytime anywhere, syllabus is easy. The only thing that makes this exam very difficult to finish the syllabus in a time bounded manner, also to finish it in that particular sense that is actually helpful for the examination. Third, the amount of accuracy that you need in the examination, and the amount of time management. So these all things are definitely there, that you can have like, okay, while preparing for the exam, you can simply focus on each and everything. SATLAS is here for you, definitely going to help you out for that thing. But particularly don't try to run away on a particular topic. I have seen students, okay, who face difficulty in solving the questions with the statistics, so that you can definitely do at the later stage, but at least try to cover the first unit and the third unit quickly. Why? The only reason that I'm saying unit 1 and unit 3 to be done in the continuous manner, because unit 1 and unit 3 is nothing but in a continuation of unit 1. Trust me, once you will study the straight line, the basics of algebra, linear inequalities, system of equation, then after that learning the topics of the unit 3, that is the functions, quadratic equation, it becomes very easy. So always study the unit 1 and unit 3 in the continuation manner. Okay, now let us focus on the next question. So if we talk about the next question, so basically what we are having, let A, B and C be positive numbers. See, they are saying it positive numbers. Now if 4 power A is equated to 9B, basically equals to 9B, then we have 2 power A, we have equals to 3C. Then what is the B in terms of C? Now they're asking B in terms of C. Try to understand. We have 4 raised to power A, we have that is equals to 9B, we have 2 raised to power A equals to 3. Clearly I can see that the only relation here, we know that 4 is 2 square, right? So I'm going to write from the first equation 4 as 2 square raised to power A, we have equals to 9B. Then what we are having in place of 2 square, right? What we are having, we can write it as 2 power 2a. Just a second. We have 2 raised to power 2a equals to 9b. Now tell me what you can write. What you can write here, that is, okay, we want b in terms of c actually. So just a second. Yes, b in terms of c. So here you can see that we have 4 power a equals to 9b, then we are having 2 power a equals to 3c. So I can do one thing, that now we can write 2 power a times square equals to 9b. See what I've done? First I have written 4 as 2 square. So 2 square whole raised to power a. Then we can actually interchange the powers, because we know that x power m raised to power n is equals to x power n raised to power n. Okay, so this is the same thing that we are doing here. Now we can see here that 2 power a can be replaced by 3c. So we have 3c square equals to 9b, or we can say that 9c square equals to 9b. So clearly we can see that b in terms of c is nothing but c square. Got it? I hope you are able to understand that c square equals to b. That is how, okay, we need b equals to b in terms of c, so definitely b equals to c square. Now the only thing that I've seen student might make any mistake, that if they ask you c in terms of b, so there you need to write it c equals to root b, then the answer would have been root b. Okay, so don't write it simply b. C in terms of b means what? That on one side you will have c, and on the other side whatever the term you are having, that will be the answer. Okay, now we will focus on the next question. That is the last question of this particular section, that is the exponent properties. Now, if we talk about this question, for some real numbers, we have x, y, a, and we suppose we're having this particular thing, that is x power 1 by 3. We have root a. Can I write this as a power 1 by 2? I have told you that whatever you are having the root of, let's say we have nth root of a, so this can be written as a power 1 by n. So from here, y power minus 1 by 2 will be equals to b power 1 by 4. What do we need? We want x and y, basically x divided by 1. So I'm going to do one thing. I can write this particular thing as y power 1 by 2. We have b power 1 by 4, right? So I can see that this will give me y power 1 by 2. We have 1 by b power 1 by 4, right? Now what do we need? We want x from here. If we want x from here, what we will do? We will take cube on both sides. Take cube on both sides, right? Why? Because that will give us x equals to a power 3 by 2. Sir, how you have written that derivative? Try to understand. No need to waste your time in writing the extra steps, right? X power 1 by 3 is there. You are taking the cube so that the power of x becomes 1, right? So no need to write that x power 1 by 3 raised to power 3. No, see, you know that it will become x power 1, right? and on the right hand side it will be nothing but a power 3 by 2. Now if we talk about this particular thing, that is y power 1 by 2. So I guess when we take the square on both sides, that will become 1 by b power 1 by 4. That will be nothing but with the square. So what this will become 1 by b power 2 by 4, which is nothing but 1 by b power 1 by 2. So from here we have got two important results. Let me write that here. That is, we have x equals to a power 3 by 2, and we have y equals to 1 by b power 1 by 2. What do we want? We want x by y. So x by y will become nothing but a power 3 by 2. Then we have 1 by b power 1 by 2, right? Which will be nothing but a power 3 by 2. We have b power 1 by 2, right? Because when we have, let's say, x by, let me take some other, let's say if we have m by 1 by n. So this is nothing but m into n, right? Because that reciprocal thing in the denominator will nothing but get multiplied in the numerator. So this is nothing but, now you can see the options are a times root ab, a times root of a by b, and none of the above. So I'm going to write this particular expression in that term so that I can get a root. We know that root is nothing but power 1 by 2. So I'm going to write a power 3 by 2 as 1 plus 1 by 2. This will become a into a power 1 by 2 b power 1 by 2. Now tell me, this will become what? A times ab power 1 by 2, which is nothing but a times root a. Answer B is correct. That is option B is correct. So that is how we approach the question that are based on the exponent law. So these were the toughest questions that have been there in the examination based on the exponent properties. I hope you got the solution of each and every question. You understood each and every solution. Okay. And now I don't think that any question that is based on exponent laws or exponent properties that can actually be like, okay, you will find that difficult. I don't think so. So just try to revise all the concepts, and just if you have understood all the questions, definitely you've got the thing. Still, if you have any doubt, then you can put it in the comment box. Definitely we're going to answer it. Now we will move to the next topic. That is the topic of inequalities. One of the most toughest topic from the student point of view, just because of the one thing, that is, students are not that much comfortable with this particular topic because of the lack of practice, definitely, and the lack of concept understanding. Okay, so basically what, if you have any question, first of all, definitely I'm eager to solve any of your query, so please try to put it in the comment box, and at least tell me if you're able to understand the questions very well, the solutions of them very well. That is great. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, that is the way. Like, okay, if I'm going to keep getting the responses, then at least I'm able to see that, okay, if you're getting the things or not. Because sometimes that, okay, if you're not getting the things, then we'll try with some other approach. Because as I'm seeing that SATLAS is something that has the solution to each and every problem of yours. So definitely it is not that thing that, okay, only in one way we can solve your problem. You need to mention that to us, right? You need to search for that and you get the solution of everything. Okay, so that is the ultimate thing. Now we will now go to the next topic, that is inequalities. Now see this question, very good question. Okay, given a plus ab square equals to 1, what are all possible values of a given that b greater than -1? Now definitely the difficulty of the inequality topic is actually like, okay, it has been decreased from past few years, but trust me, if you have done the questions from this 150 toughest file, I don't think even a single question in the inequality topic will be there in the examination that you are not able to solve it. That too within the time, and that too with very ease. Okay, so please try to understand the solutions very well. If you have any doubt, then try to put it in the comment box. Tell me quickly so that we can discuss it in that way. And also the thing is that This is something that is definitely going to be there in the examination, so you cannot simply leave this topic. You need to understand the topic if you are looking for a very good score. Okay, now if we talk about this question, so we have a plus a b square equals to 1. Then we are having what are the possible values of a given that b greater than minus 1. See, they have given us b greater than minus 1, and they have given us a plus ab square equal to 1. I can see the appearance of b square in the equation. B greater than minus 1, that means b square greater than 1, yes or no? Because b greater than minus 1, let us understand that. Okay, b greater than minus 1, that means what? We have minus 1 here, we have 0 here, we have 1 here, like this, right? Now they are saying that b is greater than minus 1. So if I take the square of that, so b greater than minus 1 can be what? It can be any value in this particular region, right? But b square will be what? Will be a positive value. But try to understand, there is one thing, that student will directly write it b square greater than 1, but this is something that can make your answer wrong. Why? Because we need to have one thing in mind. What is that? That here we are having b as greater than minus 1. So what if my b is minus 1 by 2? So its square is going to be b square, that is 1 by 4. For sure that is less than 1. So are you able to understand that b is greater than minus 1, but its square is going to be greater than 0? I hope you are able to understand that. Okay, if b is greater than 0, that is fine, square is also greater than 0. But point is that even if it is greater than minus 1, then for this particular range of values between minus 1 to 0, its square is going to fall between plus 0, sorry, 0 to plus 1, right? So basically the range of b square is nothing but that is greater than 0. So remember that. So from here you can see that a plus ab square equals to 1. I can write ab square, that will be equal to 1 minus a. Yes or no? We will have ab square equals to 1 minus a. That means b square will be 1 minus a by a. Right? Now you need to understand b square is greater than 0, so this should be also greater than 0. Now tell me when this thing can be greater than 0. Yes, this thing will be greater than 0 for what? That is, we have a as here 1. Now see, if I put a equals to 2 here, this will give me 1 minus 2. Negative a2. If I'm putting a equals to 2, we will have 1 minus 2 by 2, that is minus 1 by 2. That is negative. So any value that is greater than 1 will be rejected. So the values will be less than 1, right? Less than 1. Now clearly you can see that less than 1 means what? This particular will be our answer. Okay, because any value that is less than 1 will be nothing but going to give you the value 1 minus a by a greater than 0. Sir, what if my a becomes negative? Okay, so if a becomes negative, let's say if I take minus 1, so b square will be 1 minus minus 1 divided by minus 1. This is becoming minus 2. Not possible, square cannot be negative. So a should be positive also, and it should be less than 1. So that is why b is the correct option. So you can see that even a very tough looking question is nothing but an easy question if you know the basic concepts of the inequality. So understood the solution? Have any doubt? Please give me yes or no if you have understood the solution or explanation. See, inequality is definitely a very interesting topic, but you need to learn it in a particular manner so that it becomes easy for you. Else, I have seen students who have studied inequalities in a very depth manner, but still they struggle because they are not actually picking the exact particular thing that is required there as per the SAT exam is concerned. So what we are having here, that basically we are having a plus ab square equals to 1. Then what we want the possible values of a, but they have provided us with one condition: b is greater than minus 1. Now you need to understand one thing. Why I am behind b square? Because the equation they have given us that has the appearance of b square. So if b is greater than minus 1, try to understand. If b is greater than minus 1, that means it is in this particular range, right? But if I take the square of that, the square of that will be nothing but going to give me the value greater than 0. Sir, why you are not including minus 1 to 0? First of all, square cannot be negative, right? And if b is any value that is between minus 1 to 0, let's say if it is minus 1 by 2, then b square will be 1 by 4. That is for sure greater than 0 but less than 1. That is the reason that we are saying that b square is greater than 0. Got it? So now utilizing that, we got b square is 1 minus a by a. Now b square is greater than 0. So we now try to solve this particular thing. Clearly you can see that for greater than 1 value, this will give me negative, and for less than 0 value, it will give me negative. So that is the reason b is the answer. I hope you have got it. Now, okay. Now if we talk about the next question, that is, if a is greater than equal to 0 and b is greater than equal to a, then we have a square b less than equals to 125. Now we want to find the biggest possible value. I have seen a lot of students, even I have got this question many times as a doubt from the students. Okay, so you need to understand that where a student can make mistake in this question, or when you are not able to solve such type of question, what is that something that you require. Okay, these type of questions are based or are solved on the basis of the exact conceptual approach. Okay, now what I mean by conceptual approach, that whenever I teach inequality to my students, first of all I tell them the crux of the inequality, that what exactly do we mean by inequality, and what are the basic properties to be kept in mind while solving the inequality. Now on the basis of that only you will be able to solve such question. So like here we have 0 less than equals to a less than equals to b. Clearly the only purpose of giving you this thing is that okay, a is less than equal to b, and 0 is less than equal to a means what, that here a is also positive and b is also positive. Are you getting my point? A and b both are positive. Okay, when something is positive, then try to understand that in equality, let's say if I have a less than b, then I can multiply with k and nothing will change in the inequality. The only thing that is required is that k should be a positive number. Remember that thing in mind. Okay, so ka less than kb. So if I have anything positive, then I can multiply with that, I can divide by that. So what if I have a less than b? Can I subtract something? Yes, you can add or you can subtract anything, but when it comes to multiplication and this division, then you can only do it with the positive, and provided that sign won't change. But what if I do that thing with negative? Then sign will change. That is the ultimate exception we have. Now I want a square b. So what I will do, I will first multiply with a square on both sides. So what I will get, because if a is greater than 0, then a square will for sure greater than 0, right? So if I multiply with a square on both sides, this will become q and this will become a square b. But they have given us a square b is less than equals to 125. That means what? If p less than q less than r, that means what? For sure p is less than r. So we're going to apply same thing. A cube will be less than 125. If a cube is less than equals to 125, that means what? I've told you that please learn the basic powers of 235. Like for 5, learn the power. 5 power 1 is 5. 5 square is 25. Then we have 5 cube as 125. Then 5 power 4 625. These 4 powers are enough. So 125 will be nothing but we have 5 cube, and that means a is less than equal to 5. That means the greatest possible value of a is 5. So that is how we are going to solve this question. Are you getting my point? So you need to understand the crux, and you need to have that particular approach that is required. Then only you will be saving a lot of time in the examination, and there are few questions which definitely requires the time, so that you can save the time in these type of question where you are very good with the concepts and you have the solid conceptual understanding, and you can utilize that particular time in those questions where the actual time is required, that is more than the average time, right? I hope you know that basic thing, that if we talk about SAT exam, then we are having 1 hour 20 minutes, that is 80 minutes to solve 58 questions. Hardly we are having 70 to 75 seconds, not even 1.5 minute, not even 2 minutes for solving a question. That is the reason you need to be extra brilliant in managing the time. Now we will come to the next question. If you have any doubt, then please put it in the comment box, then else we will move forward. the only tip to solve the question is that I'm telling you that there are two types of question. Okay, not I'm not talking about calculator, non-calculator. Those questions which are definitely based on the conceptual understanding. For that, you need to have the solid grip over the syllabus. For that, you can watch out the lectures and everything that we have on the SATLAS platform. But in few questions, there are basic tips and tricks. Like in this particular question, the previous question, we quickly multiplied with a square on both sides. So you have to work along with the syllabus. Then only you with like, okay, after some point of time, you will be able to say that, okay, now I'm thinking that I'm able to solve many questions in the paper. Then automatically that confidence will come, and the speed will automatically increase with that confidence, and along with practicing more. This is the only thing that, right, there is no magic in the world that, okay, can make anybody to solve questions very quickly. Trust me, okay, I really believe in the hard work, but more than that, I also believe in the smart work, right? So we need to integrate that smart work and the hard work, and so that we can actually not compromise with the actual traditional things are there. See, everything has some tradition in that, right? And we cannot ignore that. Tradition means what? There are few topics like transformation. Now you cannot like simply compromise with that, and you can simply learn with thing like, okay, I'm going to cram the table, I'm going to solve the question. No, they can frame a question in which you need to actually apply the concept. So there you need to understand the concept. But there are few questions like solving the straight line questions that are based on the graph. There we can have basic tips and tricks like, okay, putting the x equals to 0 and getting the y-intercept and quickly seeing that, okay, what is the slope, because we have slope positive, so the inclination of the line will be acute angle. If the slope is negative, the inclination will be negative. So these are something that we can easily learn, and we can directly apply within no time for the questions, right? So that is something that you need to know. Now, next question we have is, if we have x greater than 10,000, what is the expression x divided by xy plus 1 closest? This is one of my favorite question, and I definitely try to include this question whenever I teach this particular topic of inequality to my students, because this is something where I try to tell them that, okay, all the time, not like those study material or like cramming the formulas or practicing like papers, everything will work out. Sometimes you need to develop that aptitude too. SAT is also an examination which tries to test your aptitude, that, okay, are you able to solve 58 questions within that particular limited time frame. And that too, when you have to read very bulky language questions, you have to ignore the language which is not useful to you, which is not basically which is useless as per the question is concerned. So that is an examination for the aptitude also, that, okay, how you are actually dealing with the question. Like this particular question, it is not based on any formula, it is not based on any particular concept. The only thing that is there is that you have x being divided by xy plus 1. Now you can see that they have given us only one information, that x is greater than 10,000. Point is that here I am having the appearance of x at two places. So what I'm going to do, try to put x at only one position, or try to do some substitution, try to make some simplification that makes the appearance of x at only one place. I hope you're able to tell me that, okay, sir, divide by x in numerator and denominator. Divide by x in numerator and denominator. That will give us x by x. So 1 y plus 1 by x. So x by xy plus 1 becomes equals to 1 by y plus 1 by x. Tell me, if x is greater than 10,000, so if we take the reciprocal, now again the basic property of inequality will come here. Whenever we take the reciprocal, the sign of the inequality changes. So 1 by x will be less than 10,000. So this value is very, very, very small. Very, very, very small. So we can ignore it. So this is nothing but approximately equals to 1 by. Got it? So the answer is 1 by y. So I hope you got the solution. Any doubt? Do we have any doubt in the question? Are you able to understand everything? So if you are able to understand everything and everything is clear, the crystal clarity you are having regarding the previous question, then definitely please like the video and do subscribe the channel, because in the same manner we're going to bring the sessions for the reading section also, the writing section also, and the maths. Definitely I'm going to come in the very frequently in the upcoming days to solve such type of question and to give you that particular approach that you need to build while solving the question of the math section. And also we are learning the tips and tricks along with this. So definitely you're going to do very well in the examination. Definitely hardly 30 days are remaining, but for that we need to tighten up seat belts, right? Because sometimes if we think that we have to drive fast, I don't suggest that, definitely. But if we think that okay, that if there is some emergency or if we're getting late, definitely we want to drive fast, right? But for that we cannot like have the seat belt that is not tight. So definitely do that first. And now we are going to have the roller coaster ride for the next 1 month. Okay, so let us now focus on the next section. Factoring. So factoring is nothing but again a very important thing. So we have few questions that are based on the concept of factoring. So let us quickly see that. So if x square plus y square, we have 52, we have xy equals to 24, then they're asking x minus y square, x minus y whole square. So basically what in these type of question in the factoring, please try to understand few basic formulas. We have, let's say, p plus q whole square, that is equals to p square q square my plus 2pq, and when we have p minus q square, we have p square plus q square minus 2p. We have one more very important formula, that is p square minus q square is, we have p plus q times p minus q, right? So these are basic three important formulas that you should, that you must know, right? Now here we need x minus y square, so that is nothing but x square plus y square minus 2xy. So you can see that we already have this thing. Multiply this with 2, so this will give you 2xy. We have 48. Now what you do, you have one equation, second equation. 1 minus 2 will give you what? We have x square plus y square minus 2xy, which is nothing but x minus y square, which will give you 52 minus 48, that is 4. So very simple question, the answer is 4, right? So I guess many of the students might have got it already. Now definitely be prepared to solve such type of question in the examination, because we have many questions that are very very simple, but it is all about solving the all 58 questions with utmost, that is 100% accuracy, and while to managing the time. So even if you get such questions in examination, don't waste your time, quickly solve them, and definitely you don't even like dare to have any kind of silly mistake in such question. Okay, so that is I'm saying on a very friendly note, because that is something that you need to take care of, right? Whenever we have something easy, we are prone to do mistakes there, right? We are tend to have the occurrence of silly mistakes there, so don't do that, and save your time in such question, okay, so that you can utilize that in the good questions. Next question we have a minus b divided by a square minus b square, we have equals to 1 by 5. Now you need to understand one thing, what is here, that a square minus b square. Now see, sometimes definitely we need to wait to read the question, right? But at least that approach or that something that strike your mind, right, decides that how quickly you're going to solve the question. Like here, once I see a square minus b square, quickly the factor a plus b into a minus b is coming to my mind, and same should come to your mind also. So if I have a square minus b square, I will have a plus b, a minus b. That will be 1 by 5. So this will give me 1 by a plus b. We have equals to 1 by 5. That is providing you a plus b. We have equals to 5. Similarly, here I guess what you will have. Tell me what you will have when you will have a square minus b square divided by a plus b equals to 1. So if you simplify it, you will have a minus b equals to 1. So if we do that, Clearly you want b, so you subtract these two equations. When we subtract two equations, we simply change the sign of the, yes, terms of the second equation. So this will become minus, this will become minus. This will cancel out, b plus b 2b, 5 minus 1 4. So b is 2, b equals to 2. So this is the answer to this question. Any doubt in this question? Any doubt in this question? Okay, good. So now if we go to the next question. So if we talk about if x square is equals to y square, then what must be true? Now these type of questions were way more than like, okay, they were very frequent in the previous SAT pattern. Definitely now you can expect, because from the next year definitely the pattern is again going to change. So we can expect anything, okay, in the terms of the pattern of the question. So we need to be ready for that. But at least these type of question opens your mind. They actually helps you in understanding the concept very well. So definitely try to take this question seriously. Now I'm going to explain this question. So if we have x square equals to y square, very simple expression equation they have given us. They're asking what must be true. This is very important. They are not asking what may be true. We'll do such question where this basic term may or must matters, because if they give you what may, then it can give you different answer. When it is what must be true, then it can give you different answer. So here we can see that it is must. Okay, now you see that if we have x square equals to y square, I can write it to be x square minus y square equals to 0. And when we see this particular equation, we know that we can write it as x plus y times x minus y equals to 0, right? This will give you x equals to y, or we have x equals to minus y, right? Because if you will put this particular factor to be 0, this will give you x equals to y, or if you put this factor equals to 0, we'll have x equals to minus y. Why I have put or here? Can anybody tell me why I have put or here? What is average score generally getting? See, average definitely varies, but you will get the range of the score is between 200 to 800. Now the point is that it all depends that how accurately you are solving the question, because the scale or the scoring is definitely not open for the SAT exam. They don't tell you that how they simply scale the paper, but the only thing that I have seen from the many years of experience, that what matters is that how many questions you are getting correct. Or basically like, okay, if you're getting 2 incorrect, 3 incorrect out of 58, then easily you can expect 750, 760. But average score is definitely between 600 to 770. Okay, because that last 20 to 30 marks, that is definitely, I have seen many students who are not able to cross that barrier, because they easily say that, okay sir, no matter how much hard work I do, I'm always getting 2 3 questions incorrect. Okay, but that all depends upon what the persistence that you have in the examination, that perseverance, that okay, you need to be very much focused for the 1 hour 20 minutes and for the whole examination definitely. But that can only makes you what solving all the questions correctly, that is something. But yes, the average is that. I hope you have got it. So here you can see that I have put or, so basically only one condition can be true at a time. Now they are saying that x equal to y. So is it a must condition? Give me yes or no. Will the first statement be true or not? Give me yes or no. Will the first statement be true or not? So basically what, the moment you will have x equal to y, you are going to put it as correct. But no, why they have said must? It is not necessary. Even like if I take x equals to 3, y equals to minus 3, then also we have x square equals to y square, right? Both equals to 9. So this is not true, this is not always true, right? So this will be rejected, this will be rejected, this will be rejected. Only thing is correct, b option. So in this manner you can eliminate the option. So this is something that you can actually do using the tips and tricks also, because they are saying that third one, if x minus y is greater than 0, if this particular bracket is greater than 0, That means what? X plus y has to be 0, then only this product will be 0. So 3 is absolutely correct. Okay. Xy greater than 0? No. We have just taken one case where x equals to 3, y equals to minus 3. So we are having what? X times y to be negative. So that is the reason that it won't be yes, but yes, it will be maybe that, okay, so x equal to y maybe, but it is not a must condition. Now, I hope you have understood the solution. We will move on to the next question. Are you able to understand the solutions? Give me yes or no. Okay. Now we have the next question, that is if a square b minus ab square we have equals to 30, and then we have ab equals to 6. Now they're asking us b minus a. See, I'm telling you again and again that whenever they give you the question based on what the equations format, please try to focus on taking the things common, because that is something that you will find in most of the question. Like here in this particular first equation, can you tell me what can be taken out as common? I will wait. Please tell me what we can take out as common in the first equation. Will it be a square b? Will it be ab square? Will it be ab? Will it be a? Will it be b? Good. AB, right? Because we are having in this particular term a square b. Here we are having ab square. So ab is common. If I have ab, then what will be remaining in the first term? So only one a. What will be remaining in the second term? That is only b, but with a negative sign, times 30. If we see ab is 6, so we're going to put it here. So 6 times a minus b equals to 30. So a minus b is 5. So 5 is correct. No, that is wrong, because they are asking you b minus a. So please take care of such silly mistakes, that even after calculating the question, if even after reaching to the solution, okay, even then also you can make the incorrect choice. So please take care of that. Now see, as I was telling you that, okay, I might tell you few basic tips. Okay, so basically I've been sharing you along with the question, but one thing that please keep in mind, okay, that in the question that we have from the algebra, definitely we have the questions from, let me, see, if we talk about quickly finding the intercept. So if we talk about quickly finding the intercept, this is something that is definitely going to help you out in the question. So let us quickly see that within next 5 minutes. So this you can take as the bonus tip. Okay, and after that we're going to keep continuing with the question solving. So let us quickly see that. Okay, if we talk about quickly finding the intercept, first of all try to understand the concept of the intercept, right? If we talk about intercept, then what we are having, any straight line, any straight line we will cut the x-axis or y-axis or both of them, right? So wherever it is cutting, that point where it is cutting the x-axis or y-axis or both of them, that is something what called to be the intercept of the line. If that point is on the x-axis, that will be called to be the x-intercept, and if that point is on the y-axis, that will be called to be the y-intercept. Like here, if this point is x-axis or this point is a comma 0, so this length is going to be a. If this is y-axis, this point is, let's say, 0 comma b, so this is b. So here y-intercept is b, x-intercept is a. Now it can be positive or negative. Like if I give you any other option, let's say like this, and let's say a line is like this. So here, if this length is, let's say, 4, so this point will be what? Sir, I'm telling you length is 4. Okay. But if we talk about the coordinate, this will be 0 comma negative 4. So y-intercept will be negative 4. Okay. If this is, let's say, minus 3 comma 0, so this length will be 3, right? But the y-intercept will be negative 3. So I hope you are getting the point. Please give me yes or no, that are you able to understand what do we mean by intercept? Please tell me if you are able to understand the intercept or not. So now that is something that we are having from the graph. But how to calculate intercept from the equation? Okay, so how to calculate the intercept from the equation? So we have one very basic thing to calculate y-intercept. Let's say you want to calculate y-intercept. Now tell me, y-intercept will be a point on the y-axis, yes or no? Y-intercept will be a point on y-axis, right? And on the y-axis we have what? We have x equals to 0. On any point on the y-axis we have the coordinates to be 0 comma b format, right? So x is 0. So what you do, you utilize that condition. So if the equation is given, what you do to calculate the y-intercept, you will put x equals to 0, and then after that calculate y. Whatever value of y you will get, that will be nothing but your y-intercept. Are you getting my point? Same thing will happen with the x-intercept also, that you want to calculate x-intercept. But if you want to calculate x-intercept, what you will do, you will put y equals to 0, and then you will calculate x for that. Now you will tell me that okay sir, when we have the equation of this format, clearly here c is the y-intercept, but not always they give you such type of format, right? Sometimes they give you any other kind of format also, like this particular equation. Let's say 2x plus 3y, we have minus 6 equals to 0. Then what you will do, you will convert this into this, then you will give me the value of c, right? But that is not going to be very much fruitful, or basically it will be time taking. So what you will do, to calculate y-intercept, put x equal to 0. The moment you will do it, you will find 3y minus 6 equals to 0. 3y we have equals to 6, or y equals to 2. What is the y-intercept? That is nothing but we have 0 comma 2. Are you getting my point? So in this manner we can quickly calculate that. To calculate the x-intercept, what you will do, put y equal to 0. That is, to calculate x-intercept, put y equals to 0, and you will get 2x minus 6 equals to 0. That means 2x we have equals to 6, or x equals to 3. That means 3 comma 0 is your x-intercept. So that is the way that how quickly you can calculate x-intercept and y-intercept. The moment you will get x-intercept and y-intercept, you can quickly see the nature of the line. That will be nothing but of this kind, because this point is 0 comma 2, we have this point as 3 comma 0. So just plot those two points, join the points, and you will have the line, the straight line. Got it? You have any doubt regarding the intercept or any other thing? Now we'll start with the questions that are based on the system of equations. Now this is definitely not that system of equation in which we have the two equation of straight lines, right? And then we comment over the nature of the solution, or the nature of the graphs that we have from them. Definitely that is something, but yes, these type of question are miscellaneous. Basically what, these type of question can also come in the examination. So you need to have that quick approach to solve them, because you cannot waste time to simply calculating the values of each and everything. So I'm just going to explain you using three questions, that okay, how you can build that approach to solve such type of question. Yes, definitely. That is the reason that I have taken these questions in this particular session. I'm going to tell you that how we can shorten, or basically how we can have the solutions very quickly in such questions also. Okay. But before that, definitely I can make one more time the request to like the video, right? And definitely to subscribe the channel, to so that you can definitely get such content, okay, on a very frequently basis. So now if we talk about the system of equation, and in this particular thing you can see that they have given us three equations. Now the moment you will see such type of system of equation, you have three variables, right? So you will think that okay, I have to calculate the value of ABC, but no, try to make the pattern, try to at least do something unique in such question, where you can easily find particular expression that they are asking the value of, right? Like here they are asking the value of what, a plus b plus c. So they're asking you the value of a plus b plus c. So how we can simply get that value? Do we, like, should we calculate the value of a b c separately, then we should put it there in the expression a plus b plus c and then give the value, or we can do something extra or something unique to directly get the answer, right? For that you need to see the solutions. Okay, please focus on the screen. So here you can see that if I focus on the first equation, I have minus a plus b plus c equals to 3. Second equation is having a minus b plus c, we have equals to 4. Then we have a plus b minus c equals to 5. Are you able to see any pattern? Give me, tell me, can you figure out any pattern in the given system of equation? Are we able to figure out any pattern in the given system of equation? Basically here, negative sign is what? Changing its position. In the first equation it was with a, in the second it is with b, in the third one it is with c. So what I will do, I'm going to add all these three equations. If I add them, clearly now no need to write it like, okay, in the traditional manner that okay, you're going to write it, then you're seeing what is there. Simply see that if I add, left hand side will get added to left hand side, right hand side will get added to right hand side. Clearly here you can see that what we are having the minus a, we are having the plus a, and then we are having the plus a. So if you're going to add it, what you will have, clearly one a will cancel out another a and you will have only one a. Similarly, we have negative with one b, but we have two positive b also. So two positive b, one negative b will give you what? One positive b. Similarly, same thing will go with c, and here on the right hand side, 3 times 4 will be what? 7. 7 times 5, that will be 12. So you have got it. So see how quickly you have got the answer. So it is not always necessary to go in that manner that okay, if you have given three equation then you need to find the values of each and every variable. No need to do that. Sometimes in these equations the patterns definitely play its role, so you need to focus on that particular pattern, that how you can simply lead that particular formation that you're trying. Like here I added everything, okay, like added all these three equations because I wanted a plus b plus. Okay, now let us focus on the next question. Now here I will definitely be expecting that you can at least give me the pattern, or you can at least tell me that how we can get x minus z or x minus z, how we can get x minus z. Come on, quickly tell me. I'm giving you 15 seconds to give me the give me the answer, or give me your approach that okay sir, how we can get to x minus z. So basically here what we will do, you want x minus, take a common variable value. No, we're not going to do that. What we will do, we want x minus z, right? We want x minus z, and here I can see that we have 3x and x, and we have z and z. Clearly if I add them I will get 4x, and here I will get 2z, right? But with positive sign. But that is not going to help me out because I want x minus z kind of format, right? So here I will go with the subtraction, but if I go with the subtraction, z and z will cancel out, right? So what I will do, I will multiply the second equation with 2. Now why I'm doing that, quickly see that. I will get 2x minus 2y plus 2z, we have equals to 10. The first equation is 3x, we have minus 2y plus z equals to 12. Now tell me, if we subtract these two equations, if we subtract these two equations, I'm telling you that whenever we subtract two equations, what we do, we change the sign of the terms that are in the second equation. So this will become minus 2x, this will become plus 2y, this will become minus 2z, this will become minus 10. 3x minus 2x will become 3x minus 2x will become x minus 2y plus 2y will get cancelled out. Z minus 2z will be minus z, and 12 minus 10 will be what? 2 is your answer. Got it? That is how we solve this question. So I'm telling you, you need to focus on the pattern and you need to think. You need to think that okay, how I can create x minus z here. Got it? What we have done here, we had 3x minus 2y plus z equals to 12. Then we had x minus y plus z equals to 5. One thing that you need to take care of, what is that we have only two equations, right? And we have three variables, so you cannot calculate the value of x, y, z separately, right? So you need to work on creating that pattern only, and that is something that you can easily get it when you focus on the equation and then you try to create the format that okay, I need x. So we have only two options, right? We can add two equation or subtract two equation, right? But we actually did that, we actually thought of that, right? But we were not able to get something similar to x minus z. So that is the reason we tried to modify the equation first, and then we went for what, addition or subtraction. Subtraction was more beneficial for us. That is the reason that why we went for that. Got it? Now, so we have the last question for today's session, that is based on the system of equation. Again, I'm giving you 20 seconds to think of this question. Come on, quickly think. We have a plus b equals to 8. We have b plus c equals to 12. We have c plus d equals to 18. But they are asking us a plus d. They are not asking us a plus c, a plus b plus c plus d. They are not asking us a plus b. They are not asking us b plus c because they have given these three things. But now they're asking us a plus d. So how we can create that pattern, how we can reach to a plus d? We have the options 12, 13, 14, and cannot be determined. Four variables are there. Now they're asking a plus d. Clearly, we know one thing, that four variables are there and three equations are there. So it is not possible to calculate the values of a, b, and c, right? And d. So we need to create the pattern. So if to create the pattern, we need a plus d, right? Now see, if I subtract these two equations, what I will get? A plus b equals to 8, b plus c equals to 12. If I subtract these two equations, tell me what will happen? B cancel out. A will remain A only, right? Get value of B first, then value of C. Okay, and add that to value. Yes, that is something that we can do, definitely. But try to learn this approach. Here I will get A minus C equals to 8 minus 12. That will be A minus C equals to minus 4. Similarly, if I subtract these two equations, what I will get? I'm talking about these two equations. If I subtract these two, I will get B minus D equals to 12 minus 18. That is nothing but what? We're having b minus d equals to 12 minus 18 actually, so minus 6, right? So from here we are getting b minus d equals to minus 6 and a minus c equals to minus 2, right? But what do we want? We want a plus d, right? So we can do one thing. If we add these two equations, a minus c equals to minus 4, if we add these two equations, what we will get? Sir, we will get a minus c, then we have plus b. Actually we should subtract these two. Why? Because we want a plus d, right? So we want positive of d, so negative plus negative. If we subtract these two, we will get a minus c minus b plus d equals to minus 4 plus 6. Now we know that b plus c is 12, so minus b minus c will be minus 12. So minus 12 plus d, this will become what? 6 minus 4, 2. So from here we will get a plus d equals to 14. Now c is correct. This is something that anybody can do, right? Because we need to match the pattern. But definitely here many of the students might have found it difficult. So what is the second approach? Let us see that quickly. What you do, that if you're not able to understand anything, that okay, we have to pick any two equations first, do one thing, add all of them, because at least you want a and d. So if you add all of them, you will get a plus d, right? So if I do that, how many b will be there? 2b. How many c will be there? 2c. And then we have plus d equals to 8 plus 12, 20. 20 plus 18, 20 plus 18, we will have 38. Now tell me, b plus c is 12. So 2b plus 2c will be 24. So a plus 24 plus d is 38. From here you will get a plus d is 38 minus 24, that is 14. Then this manner also you'll get 14. So there are multiple ways. Ultimately it is the thing that matters the most, that what has tried your mind, okay, while solving such questions. Okay, improve my set. Last time I got 520 only. See, definitely the only thing that can improve your score is what you need to focus on, that what particular topics were there which you actually left in the previous attempt or which you actually struggled. Okay, so definitely you can visit to SATLAS platform, where you can find multiple ways to practice the question, and you will have the various, like, okay, access to various lectures. So definitely you can strengthen your topics also while attempting the practice papers and everything. So that is something, right? So definitely try to visit it, and I guess you will be able to do very good in the next attempt. Okay, definitely with the help of SATLAS. Now we have the SAT English also, which is definitely covering the passages from the reading section and everything. So definitely tomorrow you can see that at 3 p.m. IST we're going to have the session for the reading section. Okay, that is for the SAT English section basically, particularly the reading section. So try to join in live on at 3 p.m. IST tomorrow, that is 30th July, and you will find amazing content there too. Okay, and joining in live has its extra perk that you'll be able to interact with the expert directly, and that is live, so that you can have whatever doubt you're having, you'll be able to solve them, that is directly with the expert on the live piece. So that is it for today's session. I hope you enjoyed the session. If you have enjoyed that, if you have learned something, definitely please like the video, and definitely do visit the SATLAS pattern platform. Okay, so see you soon, guys. Take care, everybody. Bye. Good night.